What's up, my friend? Welcome back to another Kajabi video. And today I've got something a little bit different for you. Instead of a straight up Kajabi tutorial, this is actually a case study or a Zoom call that I did with a friend of mine who's also in the music industry. And he was actually interested in setting up his entire business on Kajabi as well. He teaches private lessons, but he was also looking to create some courses and a coaching program. And so he called me up. He wanted some advice on Kajabi, and I thought we would record it just in case it might be helpful to you as well. So in this call, we take a look at his backend. We set up his website, give him some tips on email funnels and sequences. We took a look at assessments and quizzes and surveys. Take a look at my website as well. I go into my backend and share what I'm doing there as well. So you can see everything completely uncovered. Again, this is a slightly longer video because we go over things one at a time, and I hope it's helpful. I've added in timestamps below so you can scroll to any moments you want to learn about. But I'm really excited to share this with you. And of course, if you want my free guide, 3 weapons to a successful online business, then you can grab that below in the description box to really equip yourself for a successful online business that makes money for the long term and helps you scale your income and time as well. And of course, if you want to join Kajabi for free and get that extended free trial, then you can use my link below, christophercu.com/Kajabi, and it'll give you an extended 30-day free trial plus 2 bonus mini courses. But I'll get into that after this call. I want to share this stuff with you first so you can see really how everything is set up. So without further ado, let's go on in. I hope you enjoy my chat with Scott.
Cool. So I'll show you what I've got
Totally.
and any suggestions along the way. And
Yeah.
obviously, there's going to be some things that I haven't set up, like some of the funnels and things.
Right.
I think I'm sure of how they work, but I'm not quite sure how I should set them up yet.
Okay. Okay.
There's
Sounds good.
okay. So obviously, starting up a membership group,
Yeah.
which
Awesome.
which I know is part course, part access group
Right. Right.
or community. Um, for me, that will probably start as a free thing for my students that
Right.
already exist with me. Like they already get lessons, they
Hmm.
already pay for my time, so it would be extra stuff.
Sure.
Utilizing the challenges, getting people talking, helping each other, and then also having access to myself through the week when they're not at lessons. Like they might have a
Hmm.
question, and when I've got some time, I can jump in there and
Yeah.
help people out.
Definitely.
Um, so yeah, very much a free content kind of thing.
That's
Nothing
great.
that requires a lot of stuff, but then it's like, okay, how do I get people into this?
Mm.
Right.
Right.
Obviously, I've got students, so I can get them signing up, but I've got a website as well where I will have a link there that says, join the community. Uh,
Mm.
so that's something I was thinking of. If they're an existing student, obviously I can grant them the
Yes.
permission to join.
Right.
If maybe someone else, maybe there's a sign up fee or something, like just a once off join the
Mm.
community kind of thing.
Sure.
I'm not sure. That was my thought at first.
Right. Right. I think that works. Yeah.
So
Especially as a free group. I think that's definitely doable. Like you said, as long as you have a link. The thing is, like, you could even have someone purchase a free offer, you know? So like if you want the general, or yeah, let's say you want all your students to do it, but to sign up, but you don't want to spend the time to grant them all access yourself manually, because that could take a lot of time. One thing you can do is just create an offer, but and include the membership and the community as the products, but then just set the price to free and then send out the link to your students, and then they can just sign up for it there, by themselves.
okay, yep. So should I set anything up with that, or that's pretty much good to go?
Why don't we
Um,
take a quick look under your sales tab? So right there, yeah, exactly. And then we'll go into the offers and then see what we've got. So quantity, blah, blah,
okay,
blah.
so I do have a price here already. Then there you go.
Right.
About this thing as well. This was an idea I've been talking about with um, a high school educator that I know over here. So I'll
Okay.
talk to you about in a minute, but yeah, I'll go into
Right.
here.
So yeah, this one. So yeah, obviously this is the a paid offer for I guess the people who are new and want to join, right? Or the ones who aren't
Yeah,
already part of
yeah,
it.
yeah. Price is I've just put some things in at the moment to
I
fill
see.
things out. So
Right. So yeah, if you want to have like a paid and a free option, then I might create a separate offer for the free option as well. So you can go back and then we're actually gonna duplicate this offer. So at the very right side, yeah, just click duplicate there, and then you can call it free offer if you want to, just so we know the difference. Yeah.
okay,
And then we can go back into it, the free one, and then change the price under pricing, the pricing tab at there at the top, and then to free. There we go.
yeah,
Yeah. Then we save that, and then it should be good to go. And then if you want to send it that link, then you can go back to the details tab at the top.
our details.
Yeah,
Sorry, in
yeah. So we'll go back into it, and then the link should be on the top right there under the yeah,
this
right there.
one.
Exactly. Yeah. So once they send
Okay,
that, I think all they need to enter is name and email address or something, just so they can be set their login info, and then they'll be in. So
yeah, yeah. Okay, awesome. So that's if I have a student, I would send them this link.
right,
That's
right,
the
right, right.
offer.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, just so I know how that's working in my head.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Um, so offers are. Let me get this right.
Yes.
Offers are the way you're basically selling a product or group of products to
It's kind
someone.
of hard to describe. Yeah, essentially, it's
Yeah.
whatever you want to sell plus the price, I guess. So it's like, what are you selling? How much are you selling it for? That itself is the offer. So you could have just one course, but you could have like 10 offers, 10 different price points. You can bundle it with other things. Each of those things would be a specific offer that you share with people. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
All right, cool. I get that. And then obviously
right.
the coupons are just applied to those
Exactly.
offers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Discounts, etc.
cool.
Yeah.
I did have a look at that. They look pretty simple to
Right.
figure out.
Definitely.
Um,
One thing I can add
yeah.
is for your offers, you
Hmm.
probably just want to edit the checkout page first, just so when you're sending them the link and they're looking to join, they can look at something that already is customized, right? So if we go back into the free offer, we can do this actually.
Yep.
And then on the top right, it says edit checkout, the button, so you can click that.
Hmm.
And then you can see this is completely blank, right? Like you have your thumbnail
Okay.
there, but this stuff is stuff we want to customize. So
Okay.
I typically remove the banner. So you can
Yeah.
click on that banner and then you can just uncheck
I,
that enable banner box in the middle there. And then if you click save, then it'll show that it's
what
gone.
is it design? Yeah.
Yep, and now it's gone.
Yeah,
And
that's a bit
then
cleaner.
totally. Yeah, I just think it's cleaner. And then the text on the bottom, you can just click that stuff and then you can change it to
Mhm.
whatever you like. So you can just say,
Okay.
this member circle will contain and then point, point, point. You'll find this value inside, access to me, and
Okay.
then at the very bottom, anything else you want to add, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. And that's it. And then what about over here
Yeah, over
on
here it looks like all you need is their email address, which is totally fine. You could also collect their name, I think. If you go into go back there and then go into form fields, and then you
uh
can choose, do you want to collect other stuff from there? I usually just do name and
okay.
email address, I think. So
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think with that big course that I was looking at, which
right.
would actually be a 6 month intensive
Okay.
course, hence the price. I
Right.
was looking at like some of the other things for the wait list would be to like let me know what school they were from
Mm,
um, in the area because I would be approaching that it would be for local
right,
students. It'd
right,
be
right, right.
program. So like, and who their teacher was because I know some
Mm,
of them.
right.
So I'd be able to then, find out what the student was like and what the grades were like and stuff like that.
Sure, 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 sure.
Um, okay, that's fair enough. That's set up there.
Yes.
Save.
So the only thing I would do before Like
is
making this a
this.
go is just editing the bottom part to whatever you want to say, and then you'll
Yeah.
be good to go. So yeah,
Should I do that now, or do you want me to do it later?
it's totally up to you. I mean, I'm sure there's other things we want to cover too, so we could touch on that
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I'll,
go
I,
from there.
I can come back in and have a look at
Sure, sure,
that.
sure. Yeah.
So that's it for this.
That's the main stuff. Yeah, then there's like
Yeah.
the order bump and the additional settings, but those really don't matter. But this is like the core
Okay.
functionality that's the most important stuff. So we can go back to offers
Okay.
and then whatever you want to look at.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's all fair enough. Um,
You had also mentioned like kind of getting the info from the students, like the teacher and the all that stuff, right? So in that case, I'd probably set up an assessment. It's almost like an application form, I guess. If that's kind of what you
I
want.
would like to do that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's do that. So under contacts on the left there near the bottom, you can just click that. And then assessments at the bottom of that sub window there. Yep. And then we click get started.
I looked at this the other night and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what it was, so I just left
Right.
it.
Yeah, you could do multiple things. Like in this sort of context, I usually use it as a survey or I use it as an application form, but it's just a way for them to input their information so that I can come back to it later. And yeah, you can also treat it as a quiz.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
so the title you could say, whatever the course name is, application form or something.
Um, mentorship pro. I've got it at the moment as like double ME, and then I realized that's like British proper
Oh, is
spelling or
it
something.
okay?
Change it to
Oh, I see. I see. I see. Right, 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 right.
just yeah.
Yes, yes. It looks very
Okay.
professional when you see that. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I thought because it would be a very limited, like we only have space for like 3 people every
yeah,
year kind of thing.
makes sense. Yeah.
Um, so it was like a fancy way of saying program.
Right.
So I'll just give it a
Yeah,
quick
whatever you want
description.
to say. This is really only for you, I guess.
I'll just say that.
Yeah, totally.
So,
And then automatically grade, you could just check that as well if you want. That's fine. Doesn't really
okay.
matter. Or actually, no, wait. It's not really a quiz, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Let's just uncheck it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Save, and then we'll take a look. So now this is what you have, your title, description, and then at the very bottom, you can change the buttons. So it's like, or yeah, the start text is just before they start. Click the button below to start, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And at the very end,
Yeah.
it's yeah,
I get
self-explanatory
that. Yeah.
there. But then to actually make the questions, we have to go back to the top, and then there's a little tab that says edit questions there. Yep. And now we can add our first question on the left. So you can choose
Okay.
your type. It's like, where do you come from, or multiple choice. What would you like to learn from me? And then you can make up the options. So paragraph would just be the custom text that they type. I usually use paragraph and multiple
Ah,
choice myself. So yeah, where are you from? And then
okay.
they can give their
Okay.
answer. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll fill these
Right.
out later, but
Sure, sure,
at
sure.
least
Yeah. But
I
just to
know
get a sense
how
of
to
the
do
yeah,
it.
and then to make your next one on the top left, just click the back, and then you can
Yeah.
add another question. Choose the type, and then
Right.
we can try
Okay.
multiple choice. Yeah. So like type in the question first, whatever you want to say.
Instrument.
Perfect. And then right below, just click add answer. And then you can create as many of those as you want. So this will be or choice number one. Yeah, you just create that. And then click back and then do the next
All
one.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So yeah,
I
let's
get
just
that.
say
Yeah.
all your questions are then fleshed out. Why don't we click save first at the bottom? Just want to make sure you don't lose anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then click back to edit details. And if you want to send this out, then next to the save button at the very top right, there's those three little dots. So just click that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The little eye icon. That's my mistake. Yeah, click
Yeah.
that. So you'll preview it, and then you copy that link at the very top, that URL. That's the one you send to people,
Okay. Yeah.
and then they can go through and do it.
Right, and that will just send to me, and I will collect their information.
Yeah, yeah. So I think you have the option to email you directly if they complete the assessment, or like I just leave it turned off. I just go back in every so often and take a look at who's submitted and then just go through the results there myself, you know? But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of flexible.
So can I embed this on a landing page or something as well?
Good question. I think can I embed an assessment on a landing page? I think you'd have to like if you want them to ultimately get here, then I would
Yeah.
figure out what the purpose of my landing page is. Like if you're trying to just get someone to fill out this quiz, it doesn't matter where they're coming from, then you could just post this link wherever
Mm.
you want them to come from, you know?
Yeah.
Uh
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't
Simple. Easy.
I think so. Yeah, that's just
I like that.
how I do it. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I'll save that.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a few things I don't get.
Yeah.
Mostly here with the marketing and stuff. I think
Okay.
the everything in.
Right. So what do you want me to just maybe quickly go over each of the things and then we can see if
Yeah.
anything comes
Yeah.
up? Okay. Yeah,
Um.
so yeah, starting with email campaigns, it's like the main difference is just that the broadcasts are just those one-time emails that you send manually, right?
mm,
Which is what you have here it looks like. And then the sequence are those things that are triggered automatically when they do something. And for me, the main purpose of my business is to trigger the email sequences so they do the selling for me, right? So I want to make it as automated as possible. And so what I'll do is if you go into that sequence that you've already created actually,
I
yeah.
did. I did do a test. This was like a
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
singular email.
Right. And that's perfect. So you see there's the plus and the minus at the like just above, right? So the plus
Yeah.
will be telling the sequence to activate when something happens. And so we can click add trigger. And then on the drop down menu, it's like when the customer does something. So usually for me, it's when a form has been filled out. If we scroll down a little bit there, under the form when form is submitted. And so usually that's when someone is downloading a freebie from me. So it's like when whatever form that is, we can set that up as well, actually. We would set up a landing page with the form on it so they can enter their info. And then I send them an automatic email to give them the freebie. And then because they
I
filled
think
out
I
that
might
form,
have that because
yeah,
as you said, there's one subscriber in there. So I used one of my other emails
perfect.
to
Test it,
go and
right?
see if that worked. And
Yeah.
it did work. It was just a singular email though.
Okay, great. Yeah. So we just want to make sure everything is linked up here. Yeah. So it's like when they
Okay.
fill out that particular form, then they're going to get this email sequence. And look, right now there's just one email. So you can click save.
Right. So
Um,
what's the ad
yes.
condition?
So the condition is just to make sure that it's almost like segmenting really early on. So it's like only send this or only subscribe them to the sequence if they haven't gone through it already, or if they don't have a certain tag, then put them into
Yeah.
the sequence, that sort of thing, right? But in
Okay.
this case, we're just getting started. It's not that important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the unsubscribe is it's like if they purchase something in the sequence, then remove them from it because you don't need to sell it to them anymore, sort of thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. I saw that on yours. There was something that had like 70
Right.
or something.
That's a little
I was
overkill, but it's because I have
yeah.
so many like freebies. I
I
think I
get
have
it
like 20
though.
freebies, right?
I get it. Yeah,
Right.
because you want those
So
things to be automatic.
exactly. I
I get
just want them all to link back to the sequence. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. So automation, or do you want to see what
Yeah, so in
it
this
is?
case, I the only time you would really need to add an automation in the email is like if you're I can think of two purposes. If you're selling something and then maybe you want them to have a tag if they visited the sales page so that they show some interest, then that might be interesting to know. It's like in your backend, you can kind of check out all your different tags and who has them, right? So it's like if someone visited the sales page of the course I'm trying to sell, then you can add a tag to them uh, just by them clicking on the link in your email, which is really cool. So you could do that. the other thing you could do with your sequences is like you could say which area in the process do you need help with the most, and then you can have a few options like playing or improvising or something, and then when they click on any of those links, they have a tag added to them with each of those terms, probably improvising, whatever. So then you can say, oh, how many people want to learn this or this or this. So
So
it's
so
interesting.
this
Yeah.
is tracking what links they're clicking out of your emails as well.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you click add automation, we can see what options are available.
Okay.
Yeah. So when the email sequence, when this specific email is sent, or when the email is opened, or when this email is clicked, so then that would be linking to any of the links, I think, in the email, basically. Yeah, then you can choose which links in the email
Right.
you're doing, you have in there already.
And then, oh, okay, okay, yep, I get that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
So
so
flexible.
this is just one.
One
This
single
is
email, yes. So then yeah, you can edit content and you can thank them there. And then
okay.
if you
Yeah,
want to add an
I've seen your videos
okay,
on. Yep. Um, funnels.
yes.
Think yeah,
So
I tried this.
okay. Yes. Funnels are basically
I know
like,
what this is. I don't know what this is here.
yeah. So this is basically just a really quick way to get a pre-built system in, I guess. Like it looks like you maybe chose the freebie funnel or something. So basically they give you the landing page upfront with the form already built in, because you can see on the top block there, they have the landing page, and then there's the fields where they can fill out their name and email. So that would be the form itself. And
Yeah,
then after they submit that, then they're subscribed to that email sequence, which is what we want, because we've already set that up as our first like plus subscribe trigger just now.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's great. And then yeah, we can click on it just to see that first one, just to see what we've got. I think when I was setting up my system, I did it all from scratch. Like I didn't even use the funnels because I wanted to be in control of literally every element that they were giving me, But this,
Right.
this should
Yeah,
this
yeah.
should work as well, I think. So yeah, this looks good. And then name and email, I think, is all we need. Um, yeah, we won't send spam and subscribe at any time.
That
The
was
thing
just
is,
what I
yeah,
filled out.
yeah. For that bit, you just want to make sure, and this is like getting into GDPR and stuff, but I don't know the exact rules. But basically for me, I make it very clear that they're opting in, and I'm going to be sending them like marketing emails each week. And, of course they can unsubscribe at any time, but we just have to be super clear that they're going to be receiving more emails from us, basically marketing emails from us.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so you can customize that however,
I
but
will.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
I'll
So
probably yeah.
yeah.
I'll reword that.
Hmm.
Okay, so then
Then they're brought to this email, and
uh,
And then after they submit the form, this is the thank you page that they're automatically led to. So then, yeah, there we go. Click the button down to
I
download, and
think
then
yeah, that's what I subscribed to as a test. That
okay.
did seem to work. So um, how does someone get to that page? Is that a landing page
It's
or
yes, it would be a landing page that they should automatically be redirected to after they submit their details on that first landing page. Um,
okay, so would that be through the website where I have that
yeah,
on
yeah. So if we go into the website tab, you should be able to see that landing page. I think we could take a look. So under pages, and then click landing, the landing tab. Let's see if it shows up there.
No.
Okay, it doesn't. So then it would probably be the third tab under funnels then. Let's see. Because your funnels will also show up here. Um, so let's maybe click into it and see. So there we go. There's that one at the very bottom. That's your initial landing page where you want them to fill out their stuff. And then to actually copy that link, it would be right next to the published, right there, that little paperclip, that URL. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the one where you want to paste to maybe a button on your website
I
or
think,
something.
let me show you my website. I've just used one of
Yeah, yeah,
their
yeah. Great.
um, themes.
Yeah.
See, the way some of this makes sense to me is by working backwards. It's
Yes.
weird. I think because I don't understand this very well,
Mm.
it's a bit like the opposite with music. I have an idea of what I want the end result to be, and I know how to get there. But
Yes.
because I know how to take these steps, I kind of jump around and do different things.
Right, 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 right. Totally.
Sometimes when I create these things, I'm working from this end. I go, okay, I've created a link. I want someone to click this.
Mm.
Where is that going to take them? And then I
Right.
try to start working backwards from there. But
Totally. Yeah.
so this is what I have. Um,
Yeah, that's
there's a
good.
video there
Great.
that my mate shot. So this thing here,
Yes. Perfect.
um,
So right
that we
there, we can click that button, and then we just want to link it over to that page. So let's scroll up.
which is landing
Yes.
page.
So perfect. You, it looks like
Okay,
you already have it set up there. Nice.
there you go. Okay.
That's good.
Um, okay, good. Um, Student showcase, just some my students' tracks on Spotify, a bit of
Hmm.
advertising.
Very nice.
This will take them to um,
Right.
this is this is in Australian dollars as well, by the way. Not
Okay. Yep. Yep.
um, the book now will take them to a Calendly page where
Okay.
they can purchase a like one-off lesson.
Right.
It says there, it says they can purchase a casual lesson, or if they want to book in for a full term, they to
Mm.
contact us because obviously then they can't just book one session where they can see an empty spot. We need to fit them in for 10 weeks or
Yes.
something. So
I see.
that's the way that's kind of set up.
Cool.
The first thing that really grabbed me when I started the trial through yourself was the courses. I
Mm.
liked that. I've always wanted to do courses, and I just
Mm.
never really did. And now it's kind
Yeah.
of like, okay, here's a course outline. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'll change this, but at least it kind of gets you thinking
Yes.
and just getting into a different headspace with
Hmm.
business,
Yes.
and realizing that um, I'm not an inventor or
Right. Right.
anything. I'm
Right.
a creator and an educator,
Yes.
and I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. So this was going to be my first little course,
Great.
which will basically cover everything that I would cover in say 8 to 10 weeks of private lessons,
Perfect.
um, because I would be able to sell this cheaper
Hmm.
uh, for people that can't afford lessons, or people who are remote,
Yeah.
or also people who want to just kind of brush up on some things before they start with a tutor.
Hmm.
Um, I could even push it to complete beginners before they start lessons with us, so they have a little
Mm.
bit of foundational knowledge on the
It's a good
guitar.
idea.
So
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
that was a cool
Right.
thing that I think is good. This is just a free book that I made that's got like 10 pop songs, basically just a lead magnet,
Yes.
but I've featured it as like this important
Right.
book.
Right. Right. Right.
So that I think the call to action
Yep.
goes to
And then you
a
just
landing page.
create
Right?
another landing
So
page for that.
I
Yeah.
will, yeah, yeah. Join the community. So at the moment, I have coming soon, but I'm assuming this will go to a landing page as well, which will have the offer.
Correct. Yes. And I think so. Yeah. You could actually from here, you could go directly to the checkout page that we just edited, or you could go to a separate landing page that talks about the community and then has a button that leads to that checkout page, that free checkout page.
Yes. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Okay, sounds
That
good.
sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to quickly point out is
Yeah.
your freebie just above here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it looks really good. I'm just thinking the less stuff we give them options to do on the page, the usually the
Mm-hmm.
better that is. So I think you have your nice freebie at the top of the page, the 10 steps one. I don't know if
Hmm.
I would share this one as well because I just don't want to give anyone a chance of being overwhelmed by stuff, you know? So if you could always send this as like an additional bonus even to say like, oh, if you join our paid course, then I'll send you this bonus, book here, sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so
Okay.
yeah, I like the idea of having like the paid course and then the freebie at the very top, but I wouldn't give more than one freebie on a single page, is kind of what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just going
To
to.
hide it, exactly. Yeah, and there you go. Yeah.
Right.
That's to me it's a lot more concise this way, and it's just
Yeah.
a lot more manageable, I guess. I don't know.
No, that's good. That's why I've got you here as well, because I didn't think about those things, but that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense as a freebie for signing up to something else,
Right.
or yeah,
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
not just another way to give me your email. There's two separate
Right.
freebies.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Just some
And this is great.
testimonials
Yep.
and whatnot.
Perfect.
Links to people's profiles. Like I've got Eddie and
Yeah.
Dean, all them there.
Yes, yes, that's great. Yeah.
So this more resources part will actually lead them to the community again, probably.
Okay.
I
Okay.
wanted to run this past you. I think the monthly challenge will lead them to the community. You need
Okay.
to sign up and we'll be running a monthly challenge and I will demonstrate what this, lick is and say, bet you can't play this. Like anyone who can play it, like, you need to step up and video yourself and,
Yeah.
get
Nice.
the community like engaged.
Cool.
Um, the free video guide, I guess that could be again like a freebie that if they do such and such, they get this, or could
Right.
lead them to the community again.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
I'm not
Hmm.
sure because, like, if I'm leading them to the community, it's just like I'm leading them to essentially free content, but for outsiders who aren't students, it would be paid content because there would be a once-off fee
Mm, mm, mm.
just to
Um,
access.
yes, yes. So the thing is, I'm just thinking right out loud a little bit. I don't think you'd probably want the same button, or sorry, you probably wouldn't want the offers for the free and the paid versions on the same page next to each other, because then the new people could just take advantage of the free offer, right? You wouldn't want that. So I think let's see. I think it's a good. I think it's probably a good idea to have an application form for this community that says, yeah, where are you coming from? I guess for the existing students you already have, you recognize all of them, right? So you probably know exactly if they are already there or not, and then you can get granted that free access. I think you could do that probably through a tag, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Um, so here, do you want to advertise the community here on this page? Like you want them to be at least be aware of it, right? And then potentially sign up for it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess I don't even need to have this thing here. I've really just used their template.
I see, I see, I see. Okay.
This
Okay.
whole section doesn't need to be here. I was just thinking of like ways I can fill it in, and I can fill it in with other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like view our courses, or
Mm, mm,
links to other things that aren't products,
sure.
like the like free things.
What do you think about removing this section altogether, really focusing on that lead magnet at the
Hmm.
very top there, and just letting the email sequence do the work of letting the students decide or basically fill out the form and tell you whether they're a free or paid student. Because then after that you can let the tags do the automation, and then you can reach out to them via those tags and
So
sign them up that way if you want to.
should I do that from here?
So I think the simpler this website is, the probably the
Mm.
better. You just want to make this lead magnet as obvious as possible.
Another thing as well, though, is that I might be coming at it from a slightly different angle,
Right, right,
um,
right, right.
because I'm trying to, like, a lot of parents will be on it.
Okay.
And I know, there's this lead magnet, but like I myself as a parent as well,
Yeah.
when I look at things for my daughter to sign her up to, I
Yes.
want a lot of information. And if there's something that's lacking,
Mm,
prices or, what's the course about? And it's like there's not enough there. Um, so
totally.
the thing is, I don't have heaps of other pages. I'll have an about page, which is kind of about us, and then a services page, which is just a full list of services. But
Right.
then I guess this whole main page is like kind of everything you need is here on this one
Mm,
page
mm,
in one sense. Like there's a
right.
guide if you're not sure. There's the option to book a single lesson if you want to try us out. And there's
Right.
there's the option to get into the community and see what kind of content these people have for a
I
small fee.
see. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like the and testimonials as well with links.
Yes.
So there's like enough, but if they want more, they can just click about at the top.
Yes. That makes sense. I think what I would
There's
do then
also that
is,
video
yeah.
there that shows the studio and everything, so it's kind of all one.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like that idea. So I think what I might do is, yeah, you have your lead magnet here. That's great. I think what I might do is have three blocks right next to each other, uh, with like a quick description of each of those things you're offering. So book a lesson, paid course, and then the community, and then just have a button at the bottom of each one, like learn more. And then those can link to separate landing pages that advertise those respective things, flesh them out completely, then they can
Okay.
explore those things, you know?
Okay. Yep.
So
That makes sense.
I think that would keep it yeah, simpler. And then you can also have your testimonials at the very bottom. I like those a lot. I don't think you need to basically describe each of these three products in detail right here, because I
Yeah.
think the homepage of a website should be pretty fast to scroll through. It should just give them a general overview of what you offer. So then the lead magnet is like the top thing, but then right under that you can have, if you want more, if you want these three things, these are my offerings, book a lesson, course, community, and then they can click one of those
Yeah,
buttons to learn more. And then those go to separate landing pages.
I get that. So I think just in general, maybe just setting up more pages in general
Yes, because you have
for different.
unlimited pages. Yeah, and then you can link them however
Right.
you want. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
that's an idea.
I'll save it for now, and I'll come
Hmm.
back in later and have a bit of a look at that.
For sure.
Um, okay, so the navigation, I was a bit unsure about
Right.
how this whole thing works. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've just made a main menu, but I'm not sure about footer menu, member menu, and why
Mm.
they're all different from each other.
Right. Yeah. So member menu is basically when they log into your system, and let's say they're an existing student, they already have a course or something. That's when they would have this information available to them, I think. I think actually, even if you grant them a product, they might still have this because they can log in with their information to access it. But basically, when they're logged in, then they see these options at the top. Um,
Okay,
so yeah, dashboard, member directory, and announcements. When they go into a product, they should see these tabs at the top within the product itself, within the course or membership, I think. But I never really touch this stuff. I just do the very
right.
top, the website about pages and
Okay.
stuff. So
So one thing that I wasn't sure how to set up
mhm.
that you have set up is your community page is through Kajabi communities. It's a
Yes,
separate thing.
yes.
But then there's this other page you have that's kind of like a home page, and
Mm.
it's got your video on like this is what the community is
Oh
about,
yeah, 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 yeah.
this is how you access the community, and this is how you access the content. And then when you say access the content, there's actually a panel that comes up on the left that they can
Right,
navigate through.
right,
I,
right.
I don't know how to see that or how to set that action up?
Sure. Yes. So the welcome page when they log into the community, that's just a landing page, actually. It's a
Okay.
separate landing page. So yeah, I create my own heading, welcome, and then I upload my video there. And then underneath I
Right.
give them some descriptions. But then in the community in the back end, you can actually link it to a custom page by default. So
Okay.
that
So
as soon as they
how do you
log,
send
yeah,
them to that as soon as they
yeah.
sign up? How do
So
you send them to that page?
right. We have to go back into products actually. And then we'll
Right.
we'll actually go into the back end of the community and try it out.
Okay.
So then yeah, go into click community there at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So this is our community product. And then go to community at the top there.
Can you still see that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks great. Okay, I accept.
Okay.
um,
Rules. Got to
okay.
accept the rules.
Yes. And then at the top there next to your in your picture, you see the little gear icon, the settings. Just click that.
Hmm.
Yeah, right there. Perfect. And then let's see. Click customization under the manage content there. Let me just see. Um, okay, I don't see it there. How about the bottom one, navigation menu at the bottom there? Let's see. It's one of those. There we go. At the bottom, just click add page. So then this can be your extra page. You can call it,
Okay.
I call it welcome page or welcome to the community or whatever. And then the embed link, it would be your landing page.
Right.
And that's all you
And
do. And then check that. Yeah, exactly.
right. Okay. So okay, I can set this up later.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So when they go into that though, when they're in on this page,
Yes.
you have a link there that says access the content portion of the membership.
Right.
It takes them to this other place. Is that
Yes.
just how the course is presented through Kajabi on the other end, or
Um, so are you asking like
navigation?
how do I get the links on the page itself, or how do I set up the actual membership portion of of the the product?
Yeah, I think so. Like the membership portion, and then
Right.
is that just what they see when they log in? That navigation on the left,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I'm actually using an external a third-party theme for Kajabi. It's called membership. I think it's actually discontinued right now, but you can get away with like the default themes that they give
Okay,
us. Yeah.
all right. Okay, yep, yep, yep. So yours is a different theme. That's why I'm like mine doesn't look like that.
Right. Yeah,
Okay,
I paid extra for that. Yeah.
okay,
Certainly
that's all
didn't need
right.
to. Yeah.
I get that. I get that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I thought I was missing something. So
Gotcha.
does does that mean I've pretty much got it set up? If I go on that landing page, access the content,
Right.
and that link then takes them to a course? Is that what I would say?
To the yeah, like the membership um area where it's not the community, right? That course product, that's
Yeah.
where they would go to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Um,
So that's the main thing
yeah, I'm
there.
not sure like what else I have to ask you really. I think it's just like a lot of setting up,
Mm, mm, mm.
making sure the products are all there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
do
I
you use the podcast function, or do you
I
host or yours
yeah,
through something else?
I have a podcast on there and it is distributed, but I haven't created an episode in years. I just kind of lost like kind of burnt out from it a little bit, so I
Yeah.
stopped using it, but I you can certainly use it. It's a good tool
I've
if you
always
wanted
had a,
to.
I've always wanted to start a podcast. I've got a good friend that actually was living in Toronto over
Mm,
there for a while, and then London, and now he's in India.
wow.
Um, and he just teaches at different universities. And we've always wanted
Cool.
to do a podcast because we went to school together, but he's always on in some other continent.
Mm,
So we want to get together and do something. So I'll have to set that up
right.
as well and see how we go.
Yeah.
Um, as for, I think that HSC mentorship program that I was talking about, like the scarcity kind of, three
Mm,
people only
yeah.
intensive training, would you set that up? At the moment, it's set up as a course. I
Mm,
think I wanted to set it up as coaching though. Is that what
right.
you would do, or
Um,
is there a difference between them? Like on their end, when they log in to look at a course versus coaching, is there a difference there?
yes, they are set up as different products for sure. So with coaching, you can actually use like Kajabi's built-in scheduler and stuff. And I actually haven't used it yet myself because I basically just send them to an offer page, a checkout page, but then I would do my coaching through like Zoom or something, so something external.
Yeah.
And then I can always upload the recordings of that call, let's say, to a landing page that's only available to those students. But
Right.
you could
Yeah.
certainly use the coaching product. So the cool thing I think with the coaching product is they give you the option to write out the syllabus, the itinerary in advance, and they can see it before their lesson actually happens. So they know exactly what they're going to be learning that day. And then as you're going through the session, you can both take notes and they can save those. And it just looks really clean. And I think so. Yeah.
And with a course, they can't skip through anything. They have to go through from lesson one.
So it depends. If you set it up as a trip course, then they have to go through one at a time because then each lesson,
Because that's
drops.
what I'm feeding them, like each week or something, a new lesson.
Right. I see.
Is that what you're saying that the drip feed is? Is that what that is? Like it feeds a new
Yes.
lesson every week or
Yeah.
something?
It's like a predetermined interval after which a new lesson
Right.
drops. I'm just thinking like how would we do this for another iteration? Like if you want to do another group like this and you want to excuse me, drip it again, you wouldn't want to create a new product for that, right? Like you would just want to probably reset that and have it drip again from the top.
Hmm.
Um
I'll show you what I've got there. I've just got
yeah,
headings.
why not? Yeah.
Um, so do I
Oh,
prepare?
I just had an
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Um So yeah,
Yeah.
you see how these lessons are draft right now, all on the right side. They're all
Yes.
drafts. So what you could do is like whenever you're ready to release a new lesson, just change the draft to published. Like you can click the
Okay.
drop down on one of the drafts and you can click publish. So then it's public. Then they can see it when they log in to the course. So it's like when you want to restart the program, you can put it back to draft and then they won't see it anymore, or people in the future at least, I
Okay.
guess.
And so what were you saying with this? With the
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying like if you want to do another iteration of the coaching, let's say, and you want to hide the content, like you want to drip it again from beginning to end for the new people, then you
hmm,
could set these all back to draft, right? And then as the weeks go on, as you release a new piece of content there in the course or in the program, then you can switch it to published. So then it pops up and then
right,
they can see it whenever you want them to see it.
right. Okay. Okay. So it's like an evergreen kind of thing. Each year I can reset it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that because you can only set up a course once to drip feed the first time?
I think that's how it works. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's handy to know. Um, so I've just got that set up basically as kind of like um, so if it wasn't drip and they just had access to the whole thing,
Hmm.
like I'd actually probably prefer that with this thing because then that they can just it's for their main exam. So instead of holding out on some of the information, they can just have all of it at the start, and
Yes.
then an outline of what each session will entail. But these sessions inside will just be their one-on-one hour private lesson with me through the
Mm,
week. So inside the description will be, it's just a one-on-one lesson.
right,
Uh,
right.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything in here that I need to set up differently or anything, or if it works as a course, if you think that works well like that, or if I should do something like this as a coaching product.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I I tend to do my coachings on Zoom separately. I think you can actually link up Zoom to the coaching product as well. But
Mm.
yeah, if you want them to have access to those recordings, then you could always just, record the meetings and then upload them to landing pages for those individual students. But if you want a place where they can all see the resources and you want to upload stuff for everyone to see,
Mm.
then I think this course product makes the most sense, I would say.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I set it up that way. Then I don't have to undo anything.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's it then, man. I just need to get into it really. And how long did it take you? Do you think? Like
Yeah,
to
man.
really set everything up. I mean, obviously, not including the content because making a
Yes.
course is a different thing, but actually setting up Kajabi,
Mm,
I'd probably say I've at least put maybe 40 hours in over the last month
right.
to maybe 6 weeks, month, 5 weeks.
Right. Yeah. I would say it took me around a month as well. Just
Yeah,
of like working at it little bits every day, but
yeah, just an hour or two here or there. Yeah.
yeah, and I approached it the same way you did. Like I had an end goal in mind for a specific task I wanted, but then I would work backwards from there. And I would also ask like chat support, like the bottom left, they have their help and feedback, and they have their AI tool to kind of give you suggestions before you talk to an agent. But if there's like something really technical you can't just quite figure out, even I still to this day, I if there's still things I can't figure out, I'll ask chat support, and they're happy to look into it as well. But in terms of the overall flow, I think you've got pretty much got it set up. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I would think about it as like the main website for capturing the leads if you can with that lead magnet, and then having those main offers, uh, like those three things with the individual buttons, set up those individual landing pages, and then make sure those landing page buttons, if they want to purchase, for example, they lead to a specific offer checkout. So you would create an offer for that community or the course. Make sure you edit the checkout page so it has that price and all the bullets, what they're going to get. And then as soon as they join, they'll have access to it. And then you can subscribe them to the email sequence or send them another email to say, thanks for joining. Here's a little bonus, etc. And then you can start with them right away. It's I think if you think about it that way, it's more or less pretty simple.
Okay, and another hopefully quick question.
Yeah, of
With
course.
the email campaigns,
Yeah.
um, is it wise to have a lot of these? Like, and if you have a lot of them, do you need a lot of products and magnets and things, or how does that work? Is it fine to just have a couple of email campaigns that run?
Mm,
Sure, like I also I want to be pushy, but not too pushy. I
sure.
want to be pushy with some of the parents, especially because I know as a parent that sometimes I need a bit of a push to make a decision. Sometimes I
Right.
think about it, and it's like then maybe scarcity drives me to that position. Like she's going to miss out,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I need to be pushy, but I don't want to be like salesy. So do I start? Should I start setting up email campaigns with some of the things that I already have there?
Mm. I think the most important thing to do is to make sure everyone you want to contact is on your list first.
Mm.
So whatever you can do to
I've
make
got
sure they're
all my
subscribed.
existing students at the moment on there.
Okay, perfect. Um, So then, yes, depending on what you want them to do, you can like what I'll usually do if I want to sell a product, let's say, is I sell it over the course of a week, and they're all regular broadcasts instead of sequences. So I send an email per day, Monday through Thursday, and then on the last day, Friday, I actually send 3 emails.
Okay. Yeah. I think I saw your video on that.
Okay.
So, um, how do I set them up for that? Is that just, do I just choose to run a campaign? Is that it? Like, I want to sell a product, so I just go run campaign and there's these emails in it? Is that how it works?
Right. So maybe you're also thinking through the perspective of the funnels that they give you. But I like to have everything in control. So I like to write the individual emails myself and create them myself. So that would be under email campaigns. You would just create a broadcast email for each email you want to send. So yeah, at the top right, you would click new email campaign. Um, yeah, these are all the broadcast type emails. But yeah, I would create the email broadcast emails for each email you want to write. And let's say you
Uh,
want to send 5 emails, right? So then you create 5 of these, and then you just customize the text for each one.
okay. I haven't seen this before. Look, there you go. Learn guitar.
Yeah, they're perfect. But yeah, I just go with the simple one, like the simple text one. That's my favorite, without any pictures or anything.
Like
Like
this.
I think it's just underneath this. Let's see. Just a little lower. That one there.
Awesome tips.
Yeah. I mean, you can always add your own pictures and stuff too, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So I'll just say
Yeah, like whatever you want to say.
what I wanted to say or
Yeah,
something.
perfect. Yep, yep.
I haven't seen this yet.
Right. Yeah, this is where you get the most flexibility. So then you can decide who do you want to send it to, all your contacts, but you can also create your own segment as well. Customers would be who purchased something, right? So custom segment, and then who has something, custom contact added, whatever. Um, so
Okay.
in this
So
case,
that would
yeah,
be
this would
one,
be all
yeah.
your subscribers. That's fine. Yeah. Then you choose the subject line and then a preview text, the content, and then after that you can send right now, or you can schedule it out to send sometime else.
Okay. And you would do this multiple times.
Yes. Yes.
So do you have them auto send out?
I do. Yes. I write them all pretty much in a couple of hours, and then I schedule them out throughout the week.
So
I
you can schedule them out.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to show you actually on my back end? I can show you how I do it if you want.
Yeah, yeah, if you could, yeah.
Of course.
Um,
Totally. So yeah, what's cool actually with the new email updates is I can actually filter by the status of the emails. So I'll show you all the ones I have scheduled out. Um, so yes, if I click scheduled, then these are all the emails I've scheduled out. Uh, so one actually just excuse me, just sent. But these are the last 2 emails I'm sending for a particular launch.
mhm.
But let me show you how to set that up. So campaign, broadcast. So yeah, here I've already set up a template. You can set up email templates, which is really cool. Um,
Okay.
so I'll just quickly show you. These are like most of these are all sales emails that I don't want to like retype the copy every time, But you can have 25 in total. So I just stick with my
Yeah.
standard broadcast ones. So get started, test email. So the segment I usually choose to send is my standard music broadcast email. And the way I set that up is just I created a custom segment and I just said, like, send it to people who are not subscribed to my funnel, who are or has any of these tags completed my funnel, is not subscribed to, excuse me, my business funnel, does not have this tag. So it's kind of specific. But let's say I want to send to those people. I have my subject line, I have my preview text. Let's say I'm happy with the body text. Then here is where you do that. So you can send right now, or you can schedule it for later. So whenever I want to. So I can select the date, but I can also select the hour and 15:30, 45 a.m. or p.m. And that's it.
Okay. Okay. So you set them all up as separate emails
Exactly.
and schedule them separately.
Yep.
You use templates that you've created with your own copy and things like
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
what's the main difference between that and having the email sequences?
Right. So the main difference is just that with these, you are creating each email yourself, but with a sequence, you set them up once and they run for you automatically once they complete a certain action. So I can quickly show you here. These are my sequences. This is probably like the one that you've seen with all the 75 opt-in, whatever. So I
Yeah.
have, yeah, yeah, let's just wait for it to load here. Okay, so this one is 8 days in total, but if you want to add a new email, you can just do that up here and then you can select it from a template or whatever, but it's just going to get added as part of the sequence and you can set the day and the time that you want it to go out as well, which is nice. But yeah, the main difference is that with broadcasts, there are no subscribe or unsubscribe triggers. So because this is automated, the sequence just needs to know when to actually trigger to start for that person, right? So most of these, excuse me, are just when they submit a form, when they opt in for a guide, that's when they're submitted or sorry, subscribed to this email sequence. And I only unsubscribe them when they purchase the offer that's pitching in these few days here. Day 4, pitch 1, day 5, pitch 2, pitch 3, pitch 4. So I pitch over 4 days. And if they purchase during these 4 days, then they don't get the rest of the sequence because they're already a customer.
Okay. So why wouldn't you want to do it the other way? I don't know, to me it seems like the other way makes more sense. Having
Like the
the
other way as in the
sequence?
broadcasts.
No, the sequence.
Um so this actually is a sequence.
Yeah, I know this
Yeah.
this is a sequence, yeah. But like why have you opted for the
Oh,
manual method? Like
gotcha,
what
gotcha,
does that
gotcha.
give you?
Right, right, right,
I
right.
know you said because you can control each of them, but you can write your emails here as well, right? You can set your emails up.
Yes, yes, you can. The main difference is because a sequence needs a certain action to be taken before the email starts sending. But if you're trying to launch a product to your
Yes.
list, then they don't have to be taking any action at all. You just
Yes,
send an email to those people, right?
that's what I was asking. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you just randomly send it rather than needing them to complete something or do
exactly,
something,
exactly.
send it.
That's the
Right.
biggest difference, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes more sense to me as well to just be able to show them something randomly
Right,
when I
right. That's the
okay.
idea. Yeah.
Okay, but I still could set up an email sequence for the same products if
Absolutely.
they do
Yeah,
something. Right, I could do the
totally.
both. Okay.
Yes.
All right, okay, I get that.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so
Yeah, any
I
like
don't know.
burning questions, like anything you're I can show you my website really quickly too. Show you how I set that
Yeah,
up.
I was going to say like whatever you think might be, just
Important, right? Good to
or
know.
even, yeah, important, or you could even just go through a couple of the tabs and if I
Hmm.
see something, I might just ask you really
Right.
quickly. Um,
Totally.
you've got a lot more things filled out than I do, so okay. So on your website,
Yes. So my
have
website,
you?
I try to make my lead magnet as, obvious as possible, as you can see. The tabs at the top, I've got my store page. So that's under in-depth training. And actually, maybe let me see if I can do it here. So customize. So here at the top, you can see all these different pages here that you can access with your website. And the store page.
I didn't even realize you could do that. I keep going out and
All right, it's
clicking
kind of hidden,
this
to be honest.
page.
Yeah, it's not obvious. And then yeah, so this page is linked to my tab up here. And here you can click edit your link lists, which then takes you over to the navigation menu and
that. Yeah, yeah.
So you can do that there. So yeah, this
And
is the
that's
one
what
I've
you've
created.
got there.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, that one links to this, oops, sorry, to this store page right here.
How have you got contact there as well?
Uh, Contact as
Not
in,
the well, see, it's got your main menu, but that
right.
doesn't have contact in it.
Oh, I just
Contact
removed it
shows
actually.
up there.
I see. Contact I added here at the very bottom, actually, it looks like. I think they just like they give you the contact and I think they give you the about page
Okay.
by default. But I think I might have just deleted the about page or something. And I
Okay.
just only wanted these couple tabs.
Yeah.
So the in-depth training was one I added myself, but the contact one I think I just left as it is, and then I just changed it to change the text myself. But yeah, they it just happens to show up
With
once.
them going to my library, is that the place where they see everything they have from you?
Yes.
And that's the place they can see the membership community and membership as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Right. And that's cool. They can then click on either and it will
Hmm.
take them to the community.
Yep.
And all right.
Yep.
And okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah, all good.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
the way they access that from for you is they actually click on um, members that link you had back there instead of being automatically sent there when they log in, because that's what happens normally, right? When you log in to Kajabi as a member of someone's
Hmm.
community, it
Hmm.
automatically sends them to this my library or
Right.
store,
Right. Right. Yes.
and it's like they
Yes.
don't know what to do yet.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
where I think I watched your video where you said, you want to have like a landing page
Yes.
set up that tells you like this is what the community is, and
Right.
then
Right. Right.
this is how to access it, and this is how to um, do the things, how to use it, and you send that
Hmm.
out over a multiple day email,
Yes. An onboarding email sequence. Exactly. Yes.
and that would be a sequence, right?
Correct. As soon as they purchase the offer, they're then subscribed to that sequence.
So that makes sense for sequences.
Yes.
I get it. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Good. I'm learning. It's good.
Beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, here you can see this is kind of what I was talking about. You offer the three things that you want to, give them, and then they can learn more there. And then the rest of my site is literally just testimonials. The bottom half of my site is all testimonials. So that's just what I've done here for mine. And then I put the lead magnet one more time at the
I've
very
got a
top.
lot of testimonials, and I wanted to put more, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh, I've got like 8 on the first
Right,
page.
right.
And they're from like, Eddie and Tom Salter and like,
Sure. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then parents and stuff as well. But is there such a thing as like too many testimonials?
What I've heard is that you can honestly like never really have enough social proof as long as it's like it looks good, right? As long as it's tidy and whatever, I think it's always a plus.
I mean, the way I see it is that there have been times, especially when I'm really interested in someone or a course or a product or something, where I have done some digging and I have read hundreds of reviews on
Mm.
this person or product.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so I guess in that case, it's like if you read more and more and more, and they're all really good,
Right,
it's
exactly.
good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I
Hopefully.
might add some more.
I'm telling you, man, like social proof is always good, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then my pages, you won't believe how many pages I do have. I've lost count at this point, but yeah, so 143 landing pages.
143.
So, but this is over years, right? Like most of these are sales pages I've created. Some of them are for bonuses. Some of them are forms, right? Like opt-in pages. So they're really multi-purpose. But uh, yeah, here I'll quickly show you one. So yeah, this is just a straight up landing page for my workshop that I show on my website. And the form is a form that I created. I call literally the complete composer system. And then I collect, their email and name. And then it goes directly to that landing page, which has the workshop on it. So instead of a thank you page that says, "Oh, thank you, I'm going to send you your workshop," I go directly to the workshop from there.
Okay. Yeah.
Those are
All right.
same. Just
Yeah.
want to make
That's
sure.
that's good.
Okay, good. So that's the same. Yeah, so that for landing pages, opt-in pages, it's really that simple. And then for sales pages, let me just find one that I've actually done already.
And you don't need to go back and like delete any landing pages, or it doesn't matter.
I don't, because you have unlimited, and you can, I mean, you can certainly delete, but you can always go back and also like learn from what you've done in the past and see what you might want to change as well, you know?
It's
So
true.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so for my sales pages in general, I have a headline at the very top, little subheading, and then little CTA. If they want to buy right away, then they can.
Hmm.
This is my checkout page, so I've described everything they get. Little order bump if they want to add it to their order, and then
So what's the order bump?
yes, the order bump is just it's just this like additional purchase. So it's like if they want to
Oh,
add this to
so
their
if they
order,
add it on now, they get it discounted or
yeah,
something. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and you can do that in the edit checkout page for your offer as well. Yeah, so some sales copy, and then I have my testimonials here with my social proof, and then I just tell them about it, and add more sections as needed. This is something I've tried recently, and I kind of like it. Like this is a bundle specifically that I'm selling, so it comes with this course, and then I just have two testimonials here. Comes with this course, two testimonials here. This course, two testimonials here, and then I have the bonuses right under that. So it's like comes with this, and then some discounts on sample libraries, and then the price, and then here's what you're getting, that sort of thing,
Mm.
guarantee and
Yeah. Yeah.
questions, all the stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, that this is all from one landing page, one simple landing page, because you can add as many sections as you want, add as many videos as you
Is
want,
that
that
a
sort of
landing
thing. This
page?
is the landing page. Yeah, this is the
Right.
landing page. It's powerful.
So a landing page can be as simple as a form and collect something, or it can
Yeah,
be as simple as like, thank you, download your guide or
exactly.
something. Or it can be a mini website.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's important.
Because each of your landing pages is connected to your domain, right? So you can think of it really as a mini website. Like my ear training course I'm working on, I'm calling christophersu.com/ear. And then that's literally what it takes them to. So yeah,
All right. Okay.
as
Now
many
that
as you
gives
want.
me some ideas. Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes me think of some things. Okay.
lots of things you can kind of play around with. But yeah, this is why landing pages are so good. And that's why I like to have control over all of them. And I don't really use the funnels very much. The only time I'll use them is if I want to do like a webinar or I don't know, a 3-part workshop for something.
How
But
so? How so for a webinar would you use
yeah, so let's see here. If I click new funnel, you can actually go to Zoom webinar, or you can go to legacy funnels and use their just webinar here, which is hosted through YouTube Live. But let's
I did see that. Yes, I'm hooked up to YouTube Live through OBS and all that already.
great.
And we've got a couple of extra cameras. We just got a Sony A6400 and the Zoom Q8 4K
Hmm,
and some other stuff. And this webcam is, I mean, it probably looks not great to you from there, but it's supposed to be like 1080p or something.
sure,
Or 2K. So
totally.
I would like to be setting up a webinar and, use OBS, and I've got a stream deck here and change scenes and do some cool stuff. So
Yes,
would be nice to know how you
set that
get
up.
people in, and then I guess how you would run that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So here, when you set up that webinar funnel, you click it. They give you like 4 pages right away. So the registration page, you can just edit it however you want.
Oh, so does this automatically set something up?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And that's the whole purpose of those funnels. It just gives you a pre-built set of pages and emails, and the way it's all linked together is automatically updated, So it's kind of cool. So the way I set mine up, let me just go back to it. This is the most recent webinar I did. I had 3 pages. My registration page,
And that was the
complete
is
composers
that a landing
framework.
page?
Yes, I think this is a specialized landing page. Yes, that Kajabi's created. Yeah.
So you can choose from your website or something to go to that, or from an email.
Yes, you certainly could. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because you could grab the link for this page by itself too. So yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm forgetting. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I want it to go to this part, but there's no option there, like go to landing page or whatever. So you can just go and grab the link manually,
Yes.
as you were telling me earlier, and then go and
Yes.
that way.
Exactly. Yes.
There's
Because
a link for everything, right? Pretty
there's a link for
much.
pretty much everything. Yeah. Anytime you see the paperclip, you're gonna see it. Yeah.
Good.
Or even if you
Okay.
don't see the paperclip, you can always click preview and then copy that URL, right? So
Right.
whatever you
Okay.
want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, these are the 3 pages I have. A registration page, which after they submit their information, it gives them the confirmation page. And I just say, thank you. I'm just going to send you an email with more details, and then just write it down in your schedule that this is happening. And then when it's actually happening, I then link them to the webinar room from my email. So like we're jumping on in 10 minutes, join us here, and then it leads them to the actual webinar room as well. And this was all given to me through the funnel.
Right.
Let me see. Go to my events. Because the events are essentially like what, like it could be this webinar basically. So I called it the Complete Composers Framework. And these are all the emails that came with that funnel. So it's like after they submitted their information to register for it, then this email automatically sends out, congrats, you're registered. And then they give you all of this stuff here, pretty much.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And then I can write whatever I want. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, a quick reminder, it's happening tomorrow or starting in an hour. We're starting in 15 minutes. It happens. And then you can even send emails right as it's about to happen, as it's happening, and then after it happens. So you can select that here at the time of registration, at the time of the event, before the event, after the event. And then, yeah, you can send more emails if you want to sell the product. But I just do that through the regular email broadcast after that. So,
Okay. So you would set the webinar up.
yes.
So, for example, you're going to cover a certain topic and
Right.
you want people to register.
Yes.
You might send an email out, or they might sign up through your website.
Exactly.
They will end up registering for the webinar, and then this will send out because that
Correct.
would be an event.
Yes. Because it's automated to go out after or at the time of registration. After they do that, then they're sent this email. And then for this next one, yeah, before the event, one day before the event, then this email is automatically sent out. So it's all automations. Cool. Yeah.
Cool. And you can set some of those or add extra ones.
Exactly. Yep. You can add more emails. You can delete emails. Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for webinar specifically, I would use the funnel. I think it's just easier to have all of that pre-built for you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think if there's anything that I want to ask you. I think you've explained everything like really well. And I mean, as I said, I've been watching your other videos, so it's just a matter of me getting in and getting a couple of things done.
Yeah, man. Like seriously, any questions you have along the way, if something is weird, just let me know.
Yeah.
Should
as you said though, I'll try the AI chat thing as well. So as not to bother you too much. But
no worries, man.
I think the cool thing about talking to you though is we're both musicians and we both teaching people. I have a bit of a different position here because I'm you know, trying to do something locally with like local schools and things like
Mm-hmm.
that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I will be doing my own thing online as well. So like, you understand that from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, we both have different strengths. You know, you're this orchestral Disney guy, and I'm this like metal guy. It's like
Right, right, right.
yin and yang, you know.
Sure, sure.
Um, but it's cool because I can ask you something that I feel is specific to my
Mm-hmm.
job,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel that you'll understand me, which
For
is
sure,
good.
man. Yeah.
Like someone else would be like, "Oh, I don't really know much about music, but how about this?" But you're like, "Yeah, I understand," you know, because you teach and stuff as well. So
Sure.
I think that's the thing that even the AI might not be able to help out with. It's just the specific kind of stuff.
Right, right.
Mm.
I mean,
And
so they always give you the option to talk to a real person if you want to. Like they'll give you an answer first, and then they'll say, "Did this help answer your question?" You can just say no, and then they'll say, "Do you want to talk to someone?" You can say yes. That's totally
yeah,
doable. Yeah.
I've found lately that when I've spoken to people online, they've been really helpful.
Good.
Like,
That's awesome.
like,
Yeah.
like Spotify and other, you know, places where I've had to speak to a person.
Right.
Um, everything's been great.
Good.
So hopefully the Kajabi guys are good as well.
Yeah. I think I know they've brought on a lot of people lately because I like to keep up with the customer base.
Yeah,
Um, so I like from my experiences, it's always been solid. So I think you'll be well taken
yeah,
care of for sure.
yeah. So another thing, you know, I would say is how quickly, and if this is like too personal, that's fine. Tell
No,
me
no,
to
go for it.
shush. But like, how quickly did you start seeing like results from this? Like, how
Mm,
soon was like Kajabi paying for itself?
right.
You know, I mean,
Yes, yes.
for me, it's a bit different. I've already got like a steady stream of students here
Yeah.
and things like that. But like, without that, when did the online stuff really start kind of kicking over? Like, did you probably had to really grow that? I know you were really growing your YouTube channel quite a
Hmm.
lot. That probably helped a bit with getting some people on board, right?
Sure. Yeah. Like my YouTube channel was always and is still the main driver for my business because I'm always directing them to my lead magnet, right? And that's
Yeah.
where the email sequences start. So, um, I think, but where I really started to earn the money on Kajabi was when I started to when I put out my first course. My flagship
Yeah.
course was cinematic music creation at the very top here, and I released that. I think it was around like 8K or so. So that gave me at least the proof that it could work, you know, and that's when I
Mm.
put the course into a funnel and started selling it from there. So yeah, it took me maybe 2 months to build a course. And then I think as I was building the course, I moved everything over from Podia, set everything up here. And so by the time I started to pay for the platform, I already had the launch kind of planned out and that,
Mm.
kind of went from there. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think for me, that might be the thing then moving forward is getting that little course,
mhm.
the the guitar 101 thing,
Yeah.
mate. Because that would be like, you know, like Australian dollars, like, you know, $69 or $79 or something, you know, that's
Hmm.
the value of 10 lessons, you
Yes.
know, for
Yes.
such a small price, you
Oh,
know, and
absolutely. Yeah.
even
Yeah.
just selling three of those, three or four of those a month would pay for the Kajabi fee a month,
Exactly. Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
and that
Totally.
wouldn't be very hard to get if because I get a lot of people that, you know, inquire and then it's like, yeah, my prices might be a couple of dollars more than the other people around here. Very, very, very similar, but maybe a dollar or two more.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I get better results than everybody else
There you
around here,
go. There you go. Yeah.
right? And I have a track
It's
record
perfect.
to
Right.
prove that. So,
Exactly.
you know, getting them in and getting that stuff in front of them. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing how all this has to work now.
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah. All right, that was the call. Thank you so much for checking this out, and I hope you picked out a couple of things that made sense. Maybe a couple of light bulbs went off, and if you could let me know below in the comments, like what's one tip that you learned that was helpful to you. I would love to hear from you. And if you're interested in trying out Kajabi for yourself, you want to join the platform to really build your entire online business on Kajabi and not use any more third-party platforms, you can certainly do that with this platform, and that's exactly what I've done. I transitioned over from like Podia all the way to Kajabi. I started with ConvertKit and Wix, uh, all strapped together with Podia to create my business. But I realized that it was just paying more than than I would be with Kajabi. Plus, it was just more hassle. So I transitioned everything over, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. And yeah, I just thought I like how they continue to update the platform. As you can see, there the features are plenty, but it's also simple enough for us to get started in a pretty quick manner. So if you want to try things out, they usually give you 14 days on their website. But if you use my link down below, christophercu.com/Kajabi, then you can get an extended 30-day free trial as well as two bonus mini courses, Kajabi in 30 days, which will walk you through step by step how to get your business up and running on Kajabi so you can start making money within the first 30 days and make back your money, right? Very important, and then continue to scale that. And then the second course is called Content Marketing for Creatives, which will walk you through my business model for putting out free content into the world and then monetizing that on the back end through my courses and memberships and so on and so forth. So you'll get those both completely free when you become a paying member of Kajabi. Just send me your receipt and I'll give you access to that content marketing course as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video and take care. Bye bye.